Hi family, This is Dr. Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy, and I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist that practices the sacred art of colon hydrotherapy, herbs, and natural living. This video is going to be a discussion about visceral fat. Now, what is visceral fat? I'm sure you've probably heard that word or that term, visceral fat, thrown around, especially if you are someone that's been working around weight loss, someone that has been working out, someone in the dance field like myself. You hear that word visceral fat thrown around often. And you hear it too in the medical field, depending on if you have any GI issues or high blood pressure or diabetes. They kind of start talking about visceral fat. So what is visceral fat? Visceral fat is the fat that is around your organs within your abdominal cavity. So I'll give you an example. When you go to a butcher, you normally ask for a lean piece of meat versus a fatter or more fat on the meat. We tend to trim that fat off because we know that there is no substance in this fat, within reason, humor me, that the nutrients is more so in the meat versus the fat, etc. So I don't really have to go into what fat and meat is. We already know what that is. But in regards to visceral fat, the visceral fat is the fat that's around your organs within your abdominal cavity. Now we're talking about your heart. We're talking about your colon. We're talking about your kidneys, your liver. I'm sure you've heard of fatty liver. What's the other term they use for kidney, like fatty fat tissue around the kidneys? Oh, it's escaping me. But anyway, there's a name for it. And all it is just waste, literally, sitting within the 5 channels of elimination, which are the colon, the kidneys, the lungs, the skin. And then the 5th for women is our uterus, which is why it's so important to keep our uterus and to keep it healthy. We're going to talk about that in a totally different video. But I did want to share that there is a way for you to find out how much visceral fat you have in your body, within yourself. So if you have been a client of mine or around me for any length of time, you know that I am a huge fan of instruments and equipment that can give you a gauge of what's happening. So I use a Vital scan to measure your energy, frequency, and vibration of all of your organs, your organ systems, your teeth, your vertebrae, your traditional Chinese meridian lines, and your emotions in real time. So that creates like a whole beautiful dance of information specifically about you. It does kick out herbs, minerals, supplements, vitamins that the body will need to bring the body back into place. But what I also love about this Vital unit is that it gives you so many different gauges. Like I can come at it from so many different angles, which allows me to work with a client more on a holistic level, like the whole aspect of you versus just like the colon. Yes, I am a colon therapist and my tool is colon therapy. However, I have developed a beautiful dance of learning how to turn the mundane wellness aspects that we should be enjoying into something that's very sacred. And part of that is understanding your measurements and your metrics within your body. You don't necessarily need to go to a hospital, but you can to get it done. But how I find out about your, I'm just going to come in here because I hear some people outside in the front. But basically, how you can, or how I find your measurements is through using my biometric scale. My biometric scale will kick out your true weight, your metabolic age, your bone density. It gives me so much information, and all you have to do is just stand on the scale. So the next time you come in, say, Mo, I want to do my my measurements, and I'll go ahead and get that out for you. But it provides so much information in real time on how to care for yourself in the highest light possible. If you are ready to book that appointment and make that journey, my phone number is 562-682-0818. My website is Moya, MOYA, bodycare.com. And my private office is located in Torrance, California. Until then, be blessed.